brilliant. I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I?
Hi, welcome to the Dum Dum News Channel. I'm your host, Dum Dum. In today's news, we're going to be talking about the elephant in the room. No, not that elephant in the room. The presidential debate from last night.
You are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I?
No, not that debate. The presidential debate between President Trump and Joe Biden, which happened last night on September 27th. Before we get started, please like, share, subscribe, and leave your comments below. That way the channel will grow. First off, I want to point out that a lot of this was happening.
Wait, not. Stop. Will you shut up, man?
Stop.
This
Who's
is
on your
so
list?
Gentlemen,
stop.
I think
This
we've
is
ended
so
stop.
He's going to pack the court.
We have
not going to give a list.
We have ended this segment. That's the end. Stop.
Yeah, 3 people talking at the same time. Great. Can't understand anyone. Just very frustrating. I have to admit, in my opinion, Chris Wallace did a bad job as a moderator.
Stop.
If I was a moderator, by the way, I am available, I would have hit the mute button or turned off the microphone when this kind of stuff started to happen. The next thing I noticed was that these guys just seem to be arguing between each other about what they've done in the past and what they haven't done in the past. And a lot of personal insults were happening.
Okay, I'm not surprised.
Folks,
absolutely
folks, do you have any idea what this clown's doing? You're the worst president America has ever had.
Hey,
Come
Joe,
on.
let me just tell you, Joe, I've done more in 47 months. I've done more than you've done in 47 years.
The one thing that I wanted to bring up was the fact that each person believes that the other person did something or didn't do something. And it's very, very hard nowadays with so much fake news going around that we don't know what is true and what is not true. Take, for instance, when President Trump is asking about Biden's son and the money that he allegedly has been making from the Ukraine and China.
Hunter got thrown out of the military. He was thrown out, dishonorably discharged.
That's not true. He wasn't dishonorably.
Cocaine use. And he didn't have a job until you became vice president. Once you became vice president, he made a fortune in Ukraine, in China, in Moscow, and various other places.
True.
He made a fortune.
There are several sources out there in the news that say that this is true. But here we have Joe Biden saying that it's not true.
None of that is true. That is simply not true.
So if someone has some information, links to some viable sources, please put them in the comments below so we can all see what the truth is on this kind of thing. In my opinion, Joe Biden seemed pretty prepared for the questions that he was given. And I also seem to notice that Chris Wallace was throwing very, very tough questions at Trump to start with, which gave Biden some time to think about the questions. But when he was questioning Biden first, the questions weren't very difficult. Overall, I think both guys claim to be doing a good job while the other guy is doing a bad job. And that's very, very hard to tell. You really have to do some research, and it really is a personal opinion, I guess, depending on where you're at and what your situation is in. We all want COVID to end, and we want to be able to go back to normal, but we can't at this point. And the guys are discussing whether each person would do a better job with COVID. I hope in the next round they have a different moderator that is probably less biased and has better questions for the two candidates. I really didn't like the redundant question of whether Trump would denounce racism and the white supremacists. I think he's done that already. And the fact that Chris Wallace didn't ask Joe Biden if he would denounce Antifa or the rioters that have been happening throughout the United States. People should ask for better questions to see what they plan to do in the future, what their plans are to make the United States a better place for all of us to live in, and kind of calm down with the bickering and the back and forth on personal attacks between the two. Well, that's the show for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, share, subscribe, and leave your comments below. I'd like to know what you think about the debate, who won or who didn't win, and what your thoughts are about the entire thing. For the Dum Dum News Channel, I'm your host, Dum Dum.
No, you are, but what am I? Infinity.